Welcome to yoga in the amazing 12th century Cambodian archaeological park of Angkor Wat. All asanas in this video are standing, no mats are needed. Shoes are optional. Barefoot is always best, but may not always be practical or possible. Come to mountain pose as I begin the introduction with your feet close but not touching. Ground down with your feet, feel your balance, arms by your side, breathe. The Vinyasa sequences I've chosen and will lead you through may open your heart chakra. We'll be integrating some beneficial intentional breathing along with the asanas. I'll be offering modifications as we go. However, please give yourself the adjustments your body needs. Do less than what I do, or do more, and never do anything that hurts. Take a deep breath here. And next, you can raise your arms as you allow the air to fill your belly. And wash the air down through the front of your body. And another inhale with your arms. Exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Put one hand on your heart area and one hand on your belly. And direct the breath into the hand where your belly is. Breathe deeply and reflect on what intention you'd like to set for today's session. Could be something simple, could be mind, body, heart alignment, whatever you'd like. And we'll take a deep breath and then you'll set your intention. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, declare your intention. Good. Now let's take another deep breath. The arms up to really fill your lungs and let that wash over you. And one more. Raise your arms up. This time look up, look back, very gentle back bend, and forward fold. You can go down as far as you like. And then do a half lift, straighten your back, and then fold forward. When you're ready, roll up, let your head come up last. Arms up, look back as you can, as it feels good. Remember, don't do anything that hurts. Gentle back bend. Arms up. And one more forward fold. Half lift. Straighten your back. You can put your hands on your shins or up on your thighs. And forward fold. Roll up. Let's stretch out our neck. Roll your neck to one side. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear to shoulder to the other side. Exhale, down. Inhale, shoulder to ear. And do this at your own pace with your breathing. And you can straighten out one arm if you like. See how that affects your stretch. Try that on each side if you like. Breathing deeply as you stretch. With both arms lowered, you can look straight ahead and then look over one shoulder. Inhale, look over the other shoulder. Take a wider stance and open your arms and look back over a shoulder, turning your body one way and turning it the other way. Just a gentle twist. And do each side one more time. And come back, arms down, face forward, and widen your stance with your feet pointed out at 45 degrees. Raise your arms and cactus your arms as you squat. Only go as low as that feels comfortable. Don't hurt yourself. Breathe deeply here. And come up. Arms down and take a minute. Take a breather there. That should get your heart pumping a little bit. Let's repeat that one more time with a wide-legged stance, feet pointing out. Raise your arms up. Inhale, exhale. Squat down as you cactus your arms and breathe deeply here. And come up whenever you feel ready. Raise your arms up and take a mountain pose breather for a moment. And take another wide-legged stance, and we're going to do a forward fold. Raise your arms first as you inhale, fold forward. And you can grab your elbows here to just hang here if that feels comfortable to you. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, roll up slowly. Breathe. You may feel a little lightheaded here. Just breathe naturally. And if you feel ready, do another forward fold. This time we're going to add a twist with a chest opener. So one hand goes to the opposite foot and inhale, raise your other arm, exhale, lower. Inhale, opposite hand, opposite foot. Other arm goes up as you inhale, exhale, lower. So over to one side and then raise your outside arm, inhale. You can look up at it if you want to deepen the stretch. Over to the other side, inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. And you can roll on up when you're ready. Be easy. And come to a regular standing position. We're going to do a side stretch now. So when you're ready, raise your arms. Stretch over to one side. Try to keep your body in alignment. Straight over, not forward or back, just directly to the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Good. Good job. On an inhale, come standing straight back up and lower your arms. Breathe here in mountain pose for a moment and then widen your legs. And squat down, hands on your thighs, and push away with one hand and look over the other shoulder. Inhale, come to center and push away on the other knee. Inhale to center and push away with one hand and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and exhale as you push and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and come to center. And just trying to keep your hips forward, look over one shoulder, and come to center and look over the other shoulder, keeping those hips square forward. Bring your legs together now, and this time cross one foot over the other. And raise your arms up and pull the top arm down using the bottom arm. And then you'll inhale and come up and go over to the other side, using the bottom arm to deepen that stretch of the top body. And then you'll exhale and forward fold. The stretch will feel quite different, so just notice where you feel that stretch. Breathe. And begin to slowly roll up. And shake it out, and we'll do this on the other side. Bring the other foot forward. And you'll raise your arms. Side bend to one side, using the lower arm to gently pull that top arm down to deepen that stretch. You can breathe into that side body. Inhale, come up, and exhale to the other side. Inhale, come up, and exhale, forward fold, coming down as far as feels good to you. A nice gentle challenge. And breathe here. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Take another breath and gently roll up. Stand with your feet close together but not touching, arms down by your side. Now take one step forward and square your hips. Keep both your feet forward. And the same leg that's forward, bring you that same arm forward and reach out and bring it down as low as you feel comfortable, and the other arm goes up. And then on an exhale, you're going to bring the two arms together. Inhale and we'll come up. And you can keep that arm up if it feels comfortable. And on an exhale, bring it down to meet the other hand. Inhale, come up, really open up that chest. And exhale and bring it down. Inhale and come up. Put your hands on your hips and come all the way up. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. Bring the other foot forward. Square your hips and bring that arm forward. Same arm forward as the leg is forward. And bend down. It could be down to your thigh or your shin or your ankle. The other arm is up. And inhale. Look up at your hand if you can. Exhale. Bring your upper arm down to meet the lower palm. And inhale. Raise that upper arm. Exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, raise that arm. Exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, raise that arm. Exhale, bring the palms together. Put your hands on your hips and come on up to a regular standing position. Take a big step forward now with one foot. Put your hands in the prayer position. And you can bend and straighten that back leg to deepen the stretch. Breathe deeply here. And come on up and shorten that step. And square your hips forward and fold forward. You can put your hands on your hips or keep them in prayer position, the chest. And come on up. Return to a standing position. And using the other foot, whichever leg you did not just use, move that leg forward. Bend the front leg. Keep your balance, but it's okay if you don't. And put your hands in prayer position or on your hips, whichever you prefer. And you can bend and straighten that back leg to feel that stretch. And then you'll come up, shorten that stance, keeping your hips forward and fold forward. Breathe. And when you're ready, come up and return to a standing position. We're going to do a couple of balancing poses now. So raise one foot and just test your balance. You can raise it just a little bit, or you can raise it quite a bit. Move your hands to prayer position, or you can put them on your waist if you like. And just breathe here for a moment. You can replace your foot when you're ready. And let's move to the other foot. Just test your balance before you raise your leg up very high. And then you can raise it up as high as you feel comfortable. And it's okay if you lose your balance. Just find the position again. And go ahead and replace your foot. We're going to add a little foot stretch to that move. So start with the starting foot and shake that foot out and rotate it around one way and around the other direction. And you can put it behind you and press down to stretch out the top of the foot. And then raise that leg up as high as you feel comfortable. And you may find that you can raise it higher than you could last time. And then place it down on the ground. And then with the other foot, move it forward and shake it out. Rotate it one way and the other way. Move it behind you and you can stretch out that, press it down and stretch out that top part of your foot. And then raise your leg, hands in a prayer position on your hips. You can raise it higher if you feel comfortable. Give yourself a challenge. Breathe. Good. You can lower that leg now. We're going to move into a warrior sequence. So take a nice big step forward and angle your back foot out about 45 degrees. And arms overhead, palms facing each other. Warrior one, hold it here, breathe. Now move your front leg into a wider stance, making sure your back foot is angled out, arms out and parallel to the ground, and look out over that front arm. Breathe. Straighten your front leg and put your back arm on your thigh and raise the other arm up and look up. Nice chest opener there, heart opener. And exhale and come down. This time move your front arm down onto your thigh and raise the other arm up And now we're going to do some big arm circles and synchronize it with our breathing. So as you exhale, lower, inhale, raise. Do 3 of those. Other way. And on an inhale, come up and stand and put the other foot forward. And this is a warrior 1, so your arms are up, palms are facing each other. And breathe here, preparing for a warrior 2. Back foot is angled out at about 45 degrees. Now lengthen your stance, widen your stance, I should say. Arms go out, try to make them parallel to the ground and look out over that front arm. And take a deep breath here. You can straighten your front leg and let your back arm slide down your back thigh. Raise the other one, bend your front leg, look up and back, gentle back bend, heart opener here. Breathe. And come back to a standing position for a moment and let that front arm slide down, forearm slide down onto your thigh and raise the other arm up. Look up if you can, and then begin those arm circles with your breathing. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And reverse direction. You can follow your hand if you can. On an exhale, you can finish your arm rotations and come back up to a standing position. And we're going to repeat that sequence one more time. So take a step forward with the first foot you used, forward, for warrior 1. So it's not such a big step. Arms go up and palms face each other. Breathe. You can go as deep or as high as you like here. You don't even really have to bend that front leg if you don't want. And then you can straighten that front leg, widen your stance for warrior 2. Arms out and look out over that front arm. Breathe. You can straighten up here and let your back hand slide back onto your thigh and raise the other arm up. Look up. You can look back. You can make that as deep as you want there. And exhale, come up. Let that front arm slide down onto the thigh. Your forearm slide down onto your thigh. Raise that other arm up. Look up and breathe and do some arm circles here. I like to do 3 on each side. Each direction, I mean. And when you're ready, you can stand up. Bring your feet together and bring the other foot forward. Do warrior 1. Bend that front leg, palms facing each other. Breathe. And then widen your stance for warrior 2, making sure that back foot is pointed out. And look out over that front hand. And your back hand will go down on your thigh and the other hand will go up, look back. Nice front body stretch. Breathe into that. And on an exhale, bring your forearm to your front thigh, bend your front leg, and raise the other arm up. Look up. Side body stretch and do your arm rotations here along with your breath. In each direction. And when you're finished, you can come up to a standing position, your feet close but not touching. Just notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in. We're going to do a couple of minutes in standing Shavasana. So you can close your eyes or lower your gaze and breathe. Notice how you feel. Notice the air as it enters and exits your nose. Focus on that, and as your mind wanders, just bring your attention back to that. You can begin to bring your attention back to your space. Slowly open your eyes. And look up with a soft gaze. Begin to recall the intention that you set at the beginning of the session. Bring it to mind. And raising your arms, take a deep breath into your belly. And place one hand on your heart area and one hand on your belly. Breathe into your belly, holding that intention. And just acknowledge yourself for showing up today. Giving yourself a little break. And I acknowledge you for showing up today. Great job. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. So goodbye for now.